Welcome back to my F123 My Team Career Mode. This is episode or part 2. This is the Bahrain GP. The last episode was just the prep work, like getting our teammate, designing our car, our sponsors, the engine. So this will be the first actual race of this season. The Bahrain GP, all that was the benefits we got from the free practice sessions. And with all that, we got discounts on certain parts, and we got a bunch of R&D points, so we are now going to spend it. Let's see what upgrades we make currently. I think we have a powertrain upgrade going on right now. We're going to do a rear downforce upgrade to the wing, which is part of the aerodynamics. We're also going to do a weight distribution, the rear floor, which is a chassis upgrade. According to the R&D chart, we are 6th place in R&D. Now it is time for qualifying. The goal is, I guess, just make it through qualifying. We are new team debut season, so we don't have high expectations. First race, we do have, I think, do we choose Ferrari engine? I think we have a Ferrari engine. So we should be pretty good in qualifying. Worse in the race, if I know how Ferrari engines work. But here we go to the first lap of our qualifying. Just Park Ferme telling us after we leave, can't change anything unless we want to get a penalty. But I'm already running setup for my practice session, which I just Googled it. I don't know. You can Google it online if you really want it. I got it off Google. Change the fuel load all the way to the minimum. I normally just do one lap and then another lap near the end of qualifying. So here we are going to start our first lap of this team career mode season. I was about to say this game, but I have played Breaking Points, so this isn't really the first lap of the game. The first lap of this team mode career, while we are passing our teammates. Maybe he was giving us slipstream on that straight, but ending off our first lap qualifying, we get sector 1, sector 2, both green. Let's see, we're almost at an ERS. Heading onto the straight, we got a set of 131.72, which is the fastest lap out of everybody. We're good. This is our second lap near the end of qualifying, and we still stick it in first place. I'm pretty sure. Yep, first place. So pretty good for our first qualifying, our first Q1. Let's see, we have me, Hamilton, Russell, Perez, Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Alonso, Norris, Stroll, Ocon, Gasly, Magnussen, Albon, Joan Yu, Piastri, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Tsunoda, Sargent, Porsche, and I think De Vries was the last one. Looks like George Russell got a penalty for some reason. We'll see in the incidents tab. It looks like everyone that didn't get into Q2 ran like a second set of softs. And let's see, George Russell had a collision with Kevin Magnussen in the Haas. So he had a 5 seconds. I forgot, but I saw he got a penalty. Heading into Q2 now, starting the first lap. Kind of mess up that turn 1 exit. Heading into turn 4, I think. Because that's turn 1, turn 2, 3. Yeah, I think this is turn 4. Now we are just going to skip the lap. Green, sector 1, sector 2 again, just like Q1. Let's see where this time will put us, and it puts us into first place again for 131.484. Second lap, I didn't improve, so just skip that. We're in second place with Carlos Sainz in first, so not first again like in Q1, but position P2, pretty good for our debut. Heading into Q3 now, we are starting the lap. It looks like a Mercedes behind us just came out the pits. It looks like an Alpine is also on their fast lap behind me. So let's see if I can put it on pole position because our pace is looking really good for some reason. It was our first qualifying ever. Oh, we had a little shake right there if you saw in that turn. But even with that little mess up, we set a green sector 1, which is I think like my personal best or something. But heading on to this straight, Bahrain has a lot of straights for some reason. Like, it's one of my favorite tracks actually. But heading into the final turn, we also set a green sector 2. Let's see where this lap time will be putting us. And it looks like we are, provisional pole for 131.462. So we couldn't improve on the second lap. So we are at P7. So time for the race, and I guess I'll let Crofty commentate for this part.
Round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. We go racing today around the 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Sergio Perez will lead us away from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Sainz, Russell, Hughes, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Ocon, Gasly, Stroll, Albon, Oscar Piastri, Magnussen, Joe, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Sonoda, Sargent, Theo Pourchaire, and Nick de Vries. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. A new season, then a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as once again we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. And they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Right, that is the race, I guess, information about Bahrain circuit heading into the new season. So we are now starting our formation lap. And yeah, let's see, we have 2 Red Bulls in P1, P2, is it? So I think it'd be Perez, Verstappen, Perez. I forgot the qualifying order. It looks like everyone in front of me and most people behind me are running mediums. So I think there's going to be a one stop, just medium to hards. See, after the Red Bulls, we have a Ferrari of Leclerc, Mercedes of Hamilton, the Ferrari of Sainz, Mercedes of Russell, me in P7, Alonso P8 in the Aston Martin, so not as good as real life. Wow, I'm trying to go very slowly into my grid box. Hit the mark. And behind Alonso is Norris in the McLaren. It's pretty good, better than real life. I think McLaren did pretty bad in the Bahrain GP if I remember. So we are hitting 5 lights and out and away we go. Looks like I got a bad start, but it looks like George Russell got an even worse start. I bogged down, I think. I have to lift off for the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz while Fernando Alonso is trying to go down on my right side. Verstappen went from P2, I think, all the way down to P6. Pretty bad start as I overtake Hamilton into turn 3, I think. And will I overtake Carlos Sainz? I try to stick with him, but no, I just couldn't do it. So from P7 to P4 in a couple turns, that's pretty good. Let's see if I can overtake Sainz for podium position. Podium for our first race, the new team. That'd be pretty good. Let's just see if I can make that happen. So we have a Red Bull and then a Ferrari 2-3. And then right behind that is me. And it looks like Perez is the leading Red Bull, which is very not like real life, where Verstappen has dominated this season basically. But almost done with the first lap of this new season, new team, and it looks like Carlos Sainz is pulling away from me. So let's see if I will be able to overtake him. And we have Hamilton just sticking with me. I'm not pulling away, but yeah. So let's see when DRS gets activated, if I can overtake Sainz or he will overtake me. We'll be in whatever it's called, DRS train. And let's see if I can overtake Sainz and heading into turn 1. I pulled the inside, make a huge dive bomb. Wow, it looks like Perez and Leclerc are fighting each other for that P1 position, and I am now out of their DRS range. Let's see if I can get back in it for whenever DRS opens. They're side by side heading into turn 5. Let's see if Leclerc will be triumphant into making the overtake. They're still side by side, and it looks like Leclerc did overtake Perez for P1. And heading into the final turn of lap 2, I make a dive bomb on the inside of Sergio Perez. So I am now P2, and looks like I did have fastest lap until Hamilton and the Mercedes took it from me while Perez is going down the inside into turn 1. I run wide into that braking zone. He's still side by side with me, and now he is behind, but me going into that DRS detection point, I was in behind of Perez. So I got DRS in that straight. So I'm now just on the catch for Leclerc, just trying to catch up and stick within that DRS range. That's the goal. And yes, he is P1. I am P2. P2 for new team, new season. Pretty good. I do get DRS on this straight since I am in his range. Whatever. Let's see if I can pull. And nope, he is. Oh, I am slowly catching him. But he did have over a 1 second gap heading into that acceleration zone. So just fast forwarding to the end of lap 4. It looks like I did retake the fastest lap point from Hamilton. And it looks like Hamilton got, and I did get fastest lap again with a 134.989. Looks like I will pull down the inside, make a dive bomb on Leclerc, try to cover off the inside. Leclerc goes down my outside. We are side by side heading into this straight, and I do overtake him for P1. So as I was saying, Verstappen overtook Hamilton. So we Red Bulls, I don't know what's happening, but they're P3, P5. Ferrari's doing pretty good at P2, P4. I'm doing really good. I'm supposed to be a back marker. I mean, that's where Teo Porcher is, my teammate. F2 champion, I'm pretty sure. It's pretty good. Looks like me and Leclerc, but I have a fight. He's gonna go down my left side, and I blocked that off, and he is still behind me, but he is really close actually. 0.1 of a second. He's gonna go down my left. He overtakes me. I dive bomb heading into this turn. Run him wide a little, getting the elbows out, as they say. And I do protect my P1, and I just had a little drift. If you didn't see there, not that good. Just allowed him to catch up to me more, and the fighting between me and Leclerc is allowing the Perez, Sainz, and Verstappen to get close. And it looks like Hamilton as well is also getting close. Heading on to lap 8. Sainz, I don't know what happened to Sainz actually. He got overtaken or something, but Verstappen moved up to P4, Hamilton moved up to P5. So I don't know what happened to Sainz in the Ferrari, but let's see, just finishing lap 8 now. I don't know when our pit stop is, but we will be going to the hards. Yeah, I don't know why you would go to any other tire unless you try to do a medium to soft stint. But I don't know, I don't think that would work. I think everyone is doing medium to hards. Unless, no, there are some hard runners. I think they're going from hard to medium. But yeah, heading into this turn 1, start of lap 9. Leclerc was really close to my rear end. But it looks like me and Leclerc are just in a race of our own. We pulled away from everybody. I mean, except for Perez. He's 1 second behind us. But we pulled away from Verstappen. Hamilton were 4 seconds. We're just in our own race, trying to see who's going to win. Heading into the final turn of lap 10. I still currently have, what's it called? I have the fastest lap still. That's what I was going to say. It looks like Perez did catch up to us. He's within Leclerc's DRS range now. While we have Leclerc, he overtook me on the right side in his slipstream. I dive bomb into turn 1. Ooh, went wide, trying to cover off his attack, and I get DRS since I was behind him, going into the detection zone, and I retake P1. Looks like Carlos Sainz is right behind Hamilton in P6. So yeah, I don't know where Ferrari's pace with Sainz went, but Leclerc is definitely sticking with me. And Verstappen and Hamilton are getting ever so closer to us. I think that's the fighting between me and Leclerc, allowing them to catch up. But it might be a DRS train right now with Leclerc, Perez, soon Verstappen. Let's see if anything will change. So yeah, and starting lap 13, and we're finishing lap 13. It is definitely a DRS train. Now I'm heading into the pits, and it looks like Leclerc is also going to be boxing with me. So far, just me, Leclerc. Let's see if anyone else is. Who else? Is it really just me and Leclerc? But we're going in for the hards. I had a 2.5 second pit stop. Pretty good. And I don't see anybody. Really, no one's pitting. Just me and Leclerc. Interesting. So the position we will be in while I run wide, cold tires, hard tires. We are in P10 between Norris and Zhou. Yeah, so I think it really was just me and Leclerc that went in for that pit stop. And we have Stroll, P8. Yeah, Norris P9, Zhou P11. So Leclerc P12 on fresh new hards, just like me. Going on to start of lap 17. It looks like the people behind us have pit now, but I am still P1. Looks like my fastest lap got taken away by Lewis Hamilton. And Verstappen is behind me now, not Leclerc. So the overcut worked for Verstappen, but the undercut worked for me. Or actually, did it work? Because I'm still P1. I was a P1 before, I'm still P1. Anyway, while I run wide right there, looks like Perez overtook Verstappen. So I guess the overcut worked for Perez as well. But then he got overtaken by Verstappen and Leclerc. So the podium right now is looking like me, Verstappen, Leclerc. Let's see if anything changes. I don't know where Hamilton went wrong, maybe during his pit stop, but it looks like Carlos Sainz overtook him for P5. Yeah, it looks like everyone did a soft, no, not soft, medium to hard strategy. Looks like behind Hamilton in the Mercedes is George Russell in the Mercedes, and behind is Alonso in the Aston. So it looks like Alonso's P8, Russell P7, Hamilton P6. That's who I can see on my mini map right now. So, as for fuel, we're looking good. 0.5, right? Yeah, point. Basically, half a lap of fuel extra. Heading into final turn of lap 23. We're almost done. 7 more laps of this race. Let's see any more action. Oh, it looks like Perez will try to overtake us, and he's pulling away really quick. He has DRS. He probably used some ERS. Can I overtake? Can I overtake on the outside into turn 1? We are side by side heading to turn 2, and then turn 3. He tucks in behind me. I covered the outside of this straight, and I do overtake with DRS. It looks like that opened up the door for Verstappen and Perez to fight each other. Let's see, they're still fighting. It looks like Verstappen is now P2, P3 is Perez. It looks like the main leader for Ferrari is Sainz in P4 and Leclerc P5. Looks like I pulled away 2 seconds from Verstappen. Final lap, final turn of lap 29, the final lap, and we just pulled off a win. That's crazy. A win, the first race of the season. That's like a Braun GP thing to do. Fresh team, pulled off a win. And yes, we have basically, I was about to say a full Red Bull podium, but no, that's not true. I'm running Ferrari engines, not Honda or Red Bull powertrain engines. Looks like we did get driver of the day. There's our team celebrating. That's some magic movie stuff right there. Getting P1, race winner. That's me. Oh yeah, with our black overalls, black livery, black helmet, because we are fresh team, no sponsor. So we're starting off with nothing. Once we get there, we'll add some color, pop a color. And there's us celebrating the fireworks. Us heading onto the podium. Look at us walking through the tunnel, which I don't think that actually happens in real life. Drivers walk through a tunnel with screens. When they walk into the podium, I'm not sure. There it is, us P1. P2 was, I forgot, was it Verstappen? Was it Perez? P3 was the other one. And it looks like Verstappen was P2. So the better of the Red Bulls, which, yes, just like in real life, except that Verstappen's not P1, it's us. There, all 3 of us celebrating on the podium. So let's see the race order now. It was us, Verstappen, Perez, Sainz, Leclerc, Hamilton, Alonso, Gasly, Norris, Stroll, Albon, Magnussen, Zhou, Sonoda, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Porsche, Piastri, Ocon, Sargent. Now, Russell didn't finish and De Vries didn't finish. So 2 retirements in that race. Our claim goes up. Looks like Porsche had an accident or something. He had money damage deductions or something, so he got into an accident. I mean, that's why he's like basically he got the wooden spoon of last place. Well, technically he didn't because it was retirements, but he basically did. As we're choosing the activities to do before the Saudi Arabian GP in Jeddah. Yeah, we just chose the activities. Looks like our powertrain upgrade failed for engine power. So sad. We have to waste R&D points. It looks like our gearbox durability upgrade failed as well. So we don't actually have any R&D to make new upgrades. We are doing things that should have been completed already. We are just advancing time now. We completed a activity. Now there's a personnel department, whatever, question thingy that we have to do because we're team boss. Let's see. It says, it just says, do we want Teo Corsair to focus on his pace or his awareness. I want him to focus on his pace, help score some points for the constructors. I think we're not first for sure. Red Bull should be first. But we're up there because I got the win. I don't think I got fastest lap. But yeah, we're paying like a mil for him. I guess he's a rookie. Give him some time, but we advance time now. And it looks like our rear wing failed. So sad, everything failing for us. For our aerodynamics. Oh, our front wing, not rear wing. Wasted more R&D points for something that should have been done. We're still P6 in the R&D tree, whatever. But that's it. Join us for next episode for the Jeddah race. Bye. Thank you. Subscribe. Like.